Good morning, natural gas. It's Monday, July the 20th, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company, and this is the top news for natural gas. Number one, the Iran war continues. Number two, Europe begins to panic. Number three, so does Asia. And number four, Tropical Depression 2 has formed in the Gulf of America. Is it going to be Bertha? We'll find out soon. Let's turn to the spot August natural gas contract, which goes off the board July the 29th. We've got only about a week more to go here. And as you can see right now, we're down. We're currently trading at 285.90, down 5.2 cents or almost 2%. And as you can see, we're getting closer and closer to that 275 option strike. The RSI is going nowhere. It's flat as a pancake. Let's turn to the hourly chart. And as you can see right now, we are below the daily pivot, which came in at 289.30 here. We're holding right at first support at 286.10 right now. As you can see here, we've tried to probe lower, get down to that second support at 281, but we've not been able to get through 50% between those two numbers, 281 and 286.10. As you can see here in the dashed green line, the RSI is turning lower, which says our bias is down to test that one more time. If we can't break it, we're going back higher. Let's take a look at the options. And here is the latest from Friday. As you can see here, the highest open interest is at that 275 strike here for the puts on the August contract. Right now, as you can see, though, it is pretty clustered here all the way down to 250. So the market is trying to probe lower right now, see if it can trigger these 275 puts here. And let's take a look at the broader picture here. This is the April through October strip. And as you can see, it's also approaching long-term support here at the $3 mark. The RSI is still in negative territory. It has been trying to chop around here for the last week. Why? Because there's some bargain hunting here. There's some profit taking here in front of the $3 strike here, and we're too far away from that down trend line. So do we go back, test the down trend line coming in around 315, and then probe lower below $3? $3 is pretty cheap. As one of my old bosses used to say, if cat litter's cheap, buy it. You can always buy the cat later. Let's turn to the electricity market here in ERCOT. And as you can see right now, we're just going to be below 40,000 megawatts of total renewable capacity. But look at our forecast, over 86,000 megawatts. It's hot here in Texas. And as you can see right now, natural gas is doing okay, around 38% of the fuel mix, because wind and solar in particular are doing very, very well. Let's turn to the national grid on the electricity. Behind me here, it is MISO, which was popping yesterday. As you can see right now, it is expected to be about 121. It's behind my head, unfortunately. I can't move it higher. As you can see, that pain threshold is also up here in PJM and SPP. But there has been some volatility already this morning in CAISO, and ERCOT, because of the heavy load today, is expected to get up towards $78. That's pretty impressive. We haven't seen that in several weeks. Let's take a look at the national temperature outlook. This is the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. This gets us through the end of the month here. And as you can see, below normal temperatures from New Jersey all the way back to New England, and also a little bit over in the Pacific Northwest. But the remainder here is near normal to above normal, especially centered around New Mexico and Western Texas. Let's take a look at the seasonal outlook, though. And this is where it gets a little complicated, because it is still expected to be above normal Pacific Northwest, around the Big Bend here in Texas, and of course the Southeast. But as you can see, the midsection of the country is equal chances here. So that means it could be a little bit warmer, it could be a little bit cooler, but that may be that El Nino conditions that continue to form here, which means it will be warmer to the north, but will be wetter and cooler in the south. So let's take a look at the heat risk right now across the United States here. Sorry, that's Monday here today. And as you can see right now, we do have about 773,000 people in extreme heat risk, mainly Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana. That continues through tomorrow into Wednesday, Thursday, we get some more of it back into Florida, into the panhandle of Texas. As you can see, the desert Southwest is also quite warm. There are some extreme temperatures there, but mainly in the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma and Florida as we go through the forecast period here into Saturday. And look at again the warmer temperatures to the north, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Minnesota. So this is that inverted pattern of warmer temperatures to the north. So it's kind of weird right now, but as you can see, we are starting to get some extreme and major heat risk across much of the central part of the country, all the way from the desert Southwest over to Florida. And let's look at the forecast going forward from there. Here's the 27th going on. This is the European model. As you can see, Dallas 106. You can see 106 over in Charleston, over 100 here in parts of Florida across the southeast. That's for today. Or excuse me, the 27th, a week from now, excuse me. And then as you can see, the cooler temperatures start to pop into the Great Lakes. And then that heat is still centered all the way through Texas, all the way up into the Dakotas here, the desert Southwest, parts of Florida. And as you can see, let's go all the way to the end here. 1 second. There we go. Let's pull it back one. As you can see right now, warmer temperatures are forecast to go all the way up into Chicago and back up into New England. Let's take a look at JKM. And as you can see right now, this is as of Friday's close. Sorry, I'm tripping my words today. And as you can see, it tested that recent high we had back in March. This is the September contract for JKM. The August contract is already off the board for them. As you can see, it still has room to the upside. So with the Iran war continuing and the Strait of Hormuz open or close, partially or not, this is looking like some panic is starting to set in across Asia as well as Europe. And here is the forecast here for Europe here. We are expecting some cooler temperatures right now through France and Germany, parts of Eastern Europe here. As we go into the end of the month, there's some warmer temperatures on the 25th for Germany. But overall, the warmer temperatures are staying to the south, into Spain and Morocco here. But then you can start to see as we get into August, there comes the warmer temperatures once again for Spain and France, as well as the UK and Ireland. So again, looks like August may be a repeat of the start of July. How about the storage for the EU? Well, they're just under 54% here, but again, we've got 5 problem people here. We've got Belgium, Bulgaria, we've got the Netherlands, we've got Ukraine, and we've got the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom here just 22.7% full. Not good here. We are almost through July. We better hurry up here because the Strait of Hormuz does not look like it's going to be fully open anytime soon. How about the weather here for Asia? Well, we got some warmer temperatures right now, but then cool off here. India's cool off. The eastern provinces of China are cool. The warmer temperatures are coming in from Shanghai back to Beijing. As you can see through the forecast period here, the next 10 days above normal here for Shanghai and Beijing. They are warmer than they are for Hong Kong and Macau to the south. This is unusual, I think, but we'll see. Let's take a look here as we go into the LNG. And we've got a tanker that is loading here at Ras Laffan. And as you can see, there is some traffic going through the Strait of Hormuz. And yes, we do have God and the Jersey Devils sitting out there. So the U.S. Navy is still holding onto the Strait of Hormuz. Let's take a look at the U.S. LNG. Here's Cameron, steady as she goes. Freeport rebounding here yesterday and Saturday, and so it's almost up to 1.2. This is good news. Let's take a look at Creole Trail. This feeds Sabine Pass here, and there is still some capacity open here, but it is improving right now, so that's good news there. And here is Corpus Christi. There is still some work going on for Train 7, so there is still some open capacity right now. And let's take a look at Venture Global here. This is Calcasieu Pass. Again, steady, still open capacity there. There is actually a little bit of open capacity here for Plaquemines, almost 79,000. So it had been running over nameplate capacity for a while. There's a little bit of capacity open today. And here is Golden Pass. Steady as she goes in the 300,000 BTU range here. We'd love to see a ramp up here toward the end of the month, but right now it's just sitting there around the 300 to 400,000 MMBTU. So less than half of Train 1 capacity. Let's take a look at the U.S. nuclear fleet, and it's doing very well. Again, 1.4 gigawatts are offline here at this time. We've got some outages, but they're minor at this stage. And let's take a look at the tropics. Here is the tropical update. As you can see, this is a storm system out here in the Gulf of America. It is moving from east to west. This is unusual, but there she is, tropical depression number 2. If it goes offshore, it may actually form into a hurricane. If so, it's Bertha, our second storm of the season. And here is the Saharan air layer. As you can see, there's plenty of Saharan dust here coming up right into the face of this storm. So we'll see if the storm can push it out of the way. That would be nice. But there's more Saharan air layer or dust coming across right now the mid-Atlantic. So that will inhibit any storm development there. What else is going on? Well, there's still wildfires in Canada today and over the weekend. So there is still more smoke and particulate matter coming into the Northeast. There are wildfires in the Pacific Northwest as well. This is adding to the situation, possibly improving AC load in the northern plains as well as the mid-Atlantic states and New England. And here's the drought. Yep, it's still dry as can be out in the west, and that's where we're getting those wildfires because it is very, very dry out there. As you can see, there is some extreme drought here in southern Idaho, of course, Colorado, parts of Nebraska, the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma, and of course, as you can see, parts of the Carolinas. Let's turn to the stocks. Stocks in the oil and gas E&P sector between $2 and $10 billion have a high short float over 10%. It's a sea of red today, unfortunately. As you can see, both crude and natural gas are down. So right behind me, Magnolia down 3.89%. So there's some profit taking going on there today. So again, recapping here, we are currently trading at 286.80. Right now, down 4.3 cents or 1.43%. It is trying to get toward that 275 option strike before expiration of options on the 28th. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.